So we have Loaf, man. Thoughts of suicide. That's very, very obviously serious subject and everything. I want to hear out Loaf. I mean, he said he's been thinking about. I've not seen no videos from Loaf in a minute, and y'all know I react to Loaf on here. So I'm gonna see what's up, see what happened. That's crazy. Yeah, anyone gets to that level is it's really, man, that's where it's like, I don't know. You just need Jesus. I mean, for real. Oh, well. Yeah, dang, this is serious. Has the hotline. Not even, let me not even say it like that. And whatever, y'all could.
So if you could describe the past 3 years in one word, what would it be?
Turbulent. Alright guys, we're pulling up to my old high school right now. I haven't been here in 6 years. This is actually crazy seeing this again. That's new. That red thing right there, that wasn't there when I was there. My last year, you wouldn't even know I went to this school. It was kind of like, you know how the roadrunner like kicks up dust and just gets the fuck out of there? That's kind of like me. I don't even know if I took my senior picture, to be honest. I was so ready to get out. Yeah, this gas station right here. I would come in here like every day before school and get, we call it pop. Minnesota, we call it pop. Gotta go back in for old time's sake. I would come here every day, dude. 14, 15 years old, drinking Mountain Dew at like 9 in the morning. And I wondered, like, why am I so tired all day?
Can I get a picture with you, bro?
Sure, man.
Dude, what are you doing here?
That's insane. 14, 15 drinking soda, Mountain Dew, 9 a.m. is crazy. That's actually insane, Loaf. But I mean, hopefully we get to the meat and potatoes of, what be going on with old Lofester, man. Because it's like, yeah, I was the same way. I just couldn't wait to get out of high school. But now, you look at the grand scheme of things now that you're out of high school and stuff, and life is just more, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's like super depressing, but you get out of high school now and you're just here. Literally just here. Just existing at some moments. But yeah, I mean, with him, he's a content creator, but you can't act like they're not human too, or they don't deal with life the same way we do. They just have a better income for their outcomes, but still, income doesn't always make a better outcome, with your mental health. So yeah.
Here, bro.
It's my old high school, like right down the street.
I used to go there too.
Really?
Yeah, and my brother did too.
What do you think of it?
He didn't really like it that much.
Me and him both, huh?
Yeah. Dude, okay.
Let's get a picture, man. Can I steal this just for old time's sake?
I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you,
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. Have a good day. That's like a full circle moment. Because I would just sit every single day in those classrooms over there and like envision that happening. Like, I kid you not. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I was like, one day I'm gonna be something where people will come up and ask me for pictures. I always had this dream that like I wanted to be famous. It took me like growing up and getting older to realize like I don't think I really wanted to be famous. I just wanted to be accepted. Yeah, it is crazy how like 16, 17-year-old Ben, he'd be speechless right now. Cool that they built one of these for these guys. It's better than what we had. Gotta see how the slide is. Dude, I feel like I'm gonna get fucking stuck. Oh, fuck. Ow. That shocked me. Better than what we had. When I wanted to be entertained, we would go up to those train tracks over there and we would stick like coins on the tracks and the train would drive over them and it would rip the face off of them. Pretty stupid, but I remember one time we did it and the pennies like shot out and I had to like Floyd Mayweather slip that thing. It went right over my ear, like whizzing by my ear. Probably could have lost my life. That thing right there, I used to climb that. I climbed up the side of that. You see that skinny little bar, the tan bar up there? I would grab that and propel myself onto the roof. And one time it like twisted and I almost fell, broke my neck. And then one time some janitor came out, it was like 10 p.m. and he like chased us off the roof. Yeah, so I remember coming here. I walked in the doors on my first day as a 14-year-old. I wasn't the coolest looking guy in the world. I had like a shaved head with like these like tiny glasses and braces. I was definitely a nerdy kid. I think a lot of my time in high school was spent between identity crisis after identity crisis. I think I've always had like sort of a complicated relationship with my own existence. I feel like I've kind of been at a constant war with myself throughout my life. I just wanted to belong to something. I wanted to fit in, I think. I think that's kind of where the obsession started of like creating a little bit of an alter ego and something that people will accept me for, because people didn't accept Ben. I didn't even accept Ben. That's where the I want to be famous thing comes from. A lot of the stuff that happened.
That's real life deep, y'all. That man literally said it was not even like he wanted to be famous. He just wanted to be accepted. That's deep. But for real, if any of y'all seeing this, it's not too late. For real. Don't. Pretty sure he's sharing this as a testament. Just saying it, not like he's going to fall through with it because of the circle that he's had. But like, for real, reach out to the people God gives you in life. Y'all got to understand, none of us, it's never meant from the beginning of the time for any of us to be lonely or alone. And I think a lot of people misconstrued that a lot of times with life. A lot of people do. We do it constantly. People do. You think that we're supposed to go through this life alone, and you're not. That was never what was intended from Yahweh. You know, it was never intended for us to live that life. If you read the Bible, or you know that in the beginning He created the heavens and earth, all of that. But who was alone? It was Adam and Eve. It wasn't just Adam, or then Eve, then Adam, Cain and Abel, Joseph and his brothers. Like, you gotta understand, there's always everybody with the story and the parables. They had somebody along the way or somebody with them right there from the beginning. So it's like, don't think that you're supposed to isolate and be like, oh, I'm just meant to be alone. That's just how it is. People gotta get used to it because you leave this earth alone. But let's see, you don't come in this earth alone all the time. And technically, you don't really leave alone. There's still people there when you're gone and still think about you every day. But just know it's not too late, and don't use that as the route, because you are loved, you are needed. I know those moments or those thoughts of lies will, rise up and make you think otherwise, but no, you're meant to be here for a reason. You don't wake up every day just for no reason. You just gotta find it. And mostly I tell people, the way you find your why on this earth is your purpose. Your purpose is not like some career goal, because it's like, yeah, there's a career in that, but there's like a purpose, meaning a big purpose why this career chose you. You didn't choose the career why it chose you. You'll know what your purpose when it's natural. How everything you do, and basically I would say pay attention to all the good things in a way, or the things that people say, because everything happens for a reason, and people don't just say random words for no reason. Some people do, but you know those real ones in your circle. If you always hear, you're so this, you're so that, like, man, you're really good at this. Man, you're really good at this. Man, have you ever thought about this? Have you ever thought about this? Man, you're really good at talking. You're really good at talking. Like, if you hear that multiple times, I'm telling you, there's some purpose and there's some deeper meaning in that. And y'all should definitely really pray for what you should do out of that, and really walk in that. Because there's some things that y'all hear on a daily basis, like, dang, why do people keep saying that? There's a purpose behind why it just keeps being said to you and chose to you. So you got to figure it out. But just don't take that way out of unaliving yourself, because I don't think you can even say that word. Stupid, but yeah.
And during my high school time, these are your formative years, right? A lot of it, for the longest time, I was really ashamed of and embarrassed of. For so many years, I was the mental health isn't real guy. The guy that's like, just tough it up. Honestly, I think it was a defense to kind of cope with these things, because I was embarrassed about it. It makes you feel kind of emasculated a bit, I think it was sort of a traumatic time for me. I never really wanted to let people know that. All those years I felt really helpless, and like, I'm not here to go into the specifics and stuff, but it was like relentless every single day, just like belittling me as a human being, and like definitely like physically got some of the brunt of that. That was probably the hardest part of that, was like the constant fear. And then like feeling like there's nobody in your corner. I feel like that's what I always wanted, was just someone to be in my corner and like have my back. I feel like I have to be honest with my fans because I feel like you guys deserve that. But just remember, like throughout all of this process, like I'm still very much a work in progress. I got a lot of work to do. So
I've been thinking about dying and how it's gonna be.
that right there is the Burger King I used to work at. It's nothing more than just a giant pile of dirt now, though. They tore that shit down
and all
for
I
safety
am
reasons.
falling to mystery. I've been thinking about after and all the folks I wanna see. My neighbor says that this is it, and my daughter says we live again. Most of the time I'm somewhere in between.
So this is my old college right here. This is where I lived for.
Not to ruin the moment, but I hope I didn't just get copyrighted. All love, Lof, but I was realizing like I'm in the zone, really focusing, listening to the lyrics, and just like, yeah, I get what he's saying. Even just showing through the video, I like this. You know, and he's like just not sitting down. He's going through reminiscing, showing, okay, this is my high school, this is old Burger King. All his identity crisis moments. This is a testimony in itself. But I hope I didn't get copyrighted. All love, Lof, all love. But chill.
3 years. You see those white vans right there? I used to drive those around every day. When I was here, they had like the actual like white metro transit buses. I used to whip those things around. That was my job. I was DOT certified and everything. You know, looked like a fucking like diddler driving around in a white van all day. But surprisingly, I've had so many jobs in my life, and every job I've had, I've either gotten fired or I've quit. I was just never great at any job besides the shuttle bus. The shuttle bus I did for 3 years. I actually really liked it. That was my favorite job besides YouTube that I've ever had. During my first week here, they call it like welcome week. I had just had my wisdom teeth removed like the week before. They like messed it up, so they accidentally left like pieces of the tooth in my gum still. So I remember during the middle of the day, during like all the welcome events, I had to drive to the dentist and get like another surgery on my mouth. I came back and I looked like Alvin and the Chipmunks, and I just like looked just miserable. I just did not want to talk to anyone. My mouth hurt so bad. Yeah, that was my people's first impression of me, was a swollen faced bitch, I guess. Maybe that's why it took me a little bit to make friends, huh? This is one thing that I always loved about this school. Come in here. Come take a walk with me real quick. It's like the Hollywood Walk of Fame of pissers right here, man. I love when bathrooms just have a ton of urinals. It heals something in me, you know? I don't know why. This one right here was always my favorite one. I actually have to piss now too, you know, the usual. So I'm gonna run one back for old time's sake. Oh, you're gonna be that guy?
Y'all gotta understand too. He about to say you about to be that guy. But listen, with all them urinals, to my brethren, let me go back. If we can go. You don't. Here's the logic. I don't think y'all can see my mouse on the screen. But alright, think about the first urinal past Lofe'S shirt. Like the one that's not seen. That's literally behind my face cam. Boom, and then you got the one all the way at the end. If there's some dude that goes to that very first one, you go to that third one. If there's somebody in the third one, you go to the fifth one. You always leave one open. You never, it's an unwritten rule, but I know some men are like, man, I'm trying to go to the bathroom. I ain't trying to look at y'all. My dude, calm your stupid self down, because you're going to listen to the unwritten rules. You never pee close to a dude like that. I can't stand when these dudes be doing that. It'd be all these urinals and gaps, and you choose to get right next to me. And that's very, it's very weird when them dudes be trying to talk to you and trying to pee at the urinal. Like, bro, what are you doing? Just go use the restroom and stop talking to me before I destroy you, boy. Like, man, there's no conversation. That's what I said. To all my men who really know, if somebody's at that first one, you're at that third one. Somebody at the third one, you're at the fifth one. There's a gap. You're not like these. Tripping.
It heals something in me, you know? I don't know why. This one right here was always my favorite one. I actually have to piss now too, you know, the usual. So I'm gonna run one back for old time's sake. Oh, you're gonna be that guy that just goes right next to me when there's like 10 other urinals open? Dude, I used to have a frog and my piss kind of smells like my frog, so It smells like my frog's terrarium. I'm sick right now, so like that might be like a symptom, bro. I hope I'm not dying. That was the weirdest smelling piss I've ever had in my life. Yeah, the reason I came back to this place was, some of you guys may know, this is where the origin of Loaf kind of started, like the whole idea. I touched on it in that other video about how I just like was failing at everything. It just felt like one thing after another, you know, and when I came here, I didn't have any plan or any prospects. The first month I was here, I got placed on academic probation, pretty close to getting kicked out. Just like wondering a lot about my future. I feel like it's kind of something that I glossed over in that video, but I don't think I really emphasized it enough. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I didn't even plan a future. Like, I didn't even know if I was gonna have a future, to be honest. It's still a blur to me how everything kind of happened. I've mentioned what the name Loaf means a couple times before in previous videos. You know, it means loser of fucking everything, and that's just a reflection of how I was feeling when I created that name. I was looking for something that I wasn't going to be a loser at. There's an illusion I feel like that I really gave off in that 1 million video. You know, it was the loser of fucking everything, and then I blew up and achieved this thing, and you know, now I'm not the loser of fucking everything, and that sounds a lot better for the video, right? That's the typical Hollywood ending, you know, you're down, you get up, boom, fairy tale ending. But in the interest of being honest, I always still felt like the loser of fucking everything throughout the entire rise, even at the very peak. It doesn't fit like the great story, like the million video did, but that's the truth. I still am working on that, like trying not to feel the way I felt when I created that name. So I had the name, started the channel, and to this day, that feeling I had when we made our first ever video, I wish I could have bottled that feeling, because I don't think I could even explain it. It was like, after all these years of searching and searching and searching, I'd found a purpose. That first beginning period, there was an innocence to it and there was a pureness to it. I just wanted to make videos. I wanted to make people laugh. And I just wanted to do this thing that I'd fallen in love with fully.
On the way to Bethel to pick up Ben. Loaf. Losers of fucking everything. The three of us are gonna change the world. Ben,
ASAP.
you made fucking Barstool.
You made Barstool Sport.
I felt like I snapped my fingers and I woke up and I was the president of this big company. And now all of a sudden I had to like be a boss. I'm the first to admit I'm not the greatest at that. I just had the mindset that like nothing was gonna stop me, you know, full on, no breaks. And you know, it got crazier and crazier and crazier and bigger and bigger and bigger.
I went up to the counter and the dude's like staring at me, like not saying a word. I was like, am I in trouble or something? He's like, Lofi? And he asked to take a picture with me. That's surreal that a stranger like just asked to take a picture with me.
At all that making kids day. That's why it's this is, it's not even trying to get no emotional or nothing, but that's why it's like so important when you realize most of the things are bigger than you. And this is a prime example. It's not saying having fans, but you know, this, like them on the screen right here, all of them just smiling, waiting just to meet one person. I mean, like, he feels like a regular dude, and yes, they are. I know we shouldn't, no idolizing and stuff. It's just me. I feel like I just give credit for people's talents. That's what I'm so admire, like, what they can do and, like, how cool they are. I mean, most of it's, like, camera clicks, but not really for Loaf. He's always kept it real. He just be chilling, like a Corey Kenshin. They're just, like, Corey's like, I'm just a guy who plays video games, like, whatever, but he knows he's been blessed. This man still leaves YouTube and still comes back with subs, like with love, and that's how you know it's bigger than you. It's like people are finding him and he not even posting. You know, they always tell him, man, you got me out of a dark place, but you know, that's why I said, like I said, beginning of the time, you're never meant to be alone. It's even with something, not saying you should be idolizing and be like, oh, I gotta wait for them to post, but you know, I would say you can use things be brought to us by God, Heavenly Father, in different ways. It could be certain videos, certain things, because everything has a hidden message, and it could be what some of them super religious would say, because the religious don't really worry about their relationship. But let's not get into that. But they would say like, oh, you can't. He would use a lot. He would use anything. He'll use wherever you're at in your life to come to you with. Wherever level of life you at, he'll come down, bring people like this, whenever they're at. They can be at the same level as life with you mentally and have something and share a message that flips you up, inspires you. But this is just showing that it's bigger than you. Like, this is bigger than him. Like, he's doing these videos, and he's like, oh, I'm just doing videos. He's like, dang, I didn't think people would love it, but it's just like, it's something for them to really not think about life, just like you not trying to think about life while you spend the time with your friends. It's like, it's so much bigger than you. You'll always understand this is the bigger, because these people, there's some people out there that need to understand, is life real to them, and there's sometimes people like this Loaf is popular, huge on YouTube, influencer, but he goes through the same things people go through. He has to put on his shoes and socks the same way a lot of us do, but sometimes people don't understand that with reality, and you get these people that come in here and share the same reality with them while giving you a laugh, inspiring you. That's so much bigger than you, bro. That's why I say you do matter, because he's impacting these people's lives. If he would have stopped his life, I wouldn't say they wouldn't be impacted, but you got to think about that. It's so much bigger than you, bro. But this is dope.
And because of this like go, go, go mentality, I think you get really invested in performance. It becomes your identity. If people didn't like a video, it destroyed me. I didn't think about anything else besides the next one and how I was gonna come back and get that, win the people back over. I never stopped to think about anything else, about my personal life, about if I was neglecting certain relationships, if I was, growing as a human being. It was all about this thing, because this was the first thing that made me feel accepted. This was the first thing that made me feel valuable, and I think that definitely reached a breaking point, and things started to get pretty dark.
My mind goes to a place of, and this is just, I don't know why it goes here. I don't know why, but thoughts of suicide have been something that I've dealt with pretty much since I was, I'd say, early high school, probably since I was 14, 15. I never have talked about it really with anyone. You get kind of, especially among men, I feel it's like sometimes they'll think you're a pussy for bringing it up, or they'll think like you just want attention. I don't want to think this, and like it's not something that I control. It just happens in my head, and that's a reason why I think me and a lot of men don't talk about it, is because they don't want other people that they're talking about it with to think they're just seeking attention, or they don't want to be called selfish, and it's a reason, men kill themselves.
I'm not here to go into any dramas or anything with other people, but fell out with a few people that I was really close with. I'll be the first to admit, like, I was definitely made a lot of mistakes. I think I really did try to stuff it down and like pretend that it didn't hurt me, kind of like how I've done with most things throughout my life, but that would be a lie. It did hurt me. I feel like the whole reason I'm making this video is it's honesty time. I can't sit here and not address the elephant in the room of like, everybody knew me once as this guy that like is very consistent. It seemed like it was almost automatic, like this next video is gonna come out, it's gonna be crazy, and we're just gonna keep on going, keep on achieving the next thing, and then boom, it just like went kind of quiet. I see the comments, I see all the messages, and I see kind of my fan base a little bit turning on me, which I completely understand why I stopped, and I didn't.
I can't stand that, bro. Everyone always just be trying to say, oh, that stupid comment saying, oh, you fell off, you effing bum, like they're not supposed to be your puppets, or let's say we're not, because I'm a content creator myself to an influencer, but not as popular as a Loaf yet, or but praise be to God, I'm well known enough, but around my peoples and my supporters and just my dogs. But Yeah, we're not like your puppets supposed to move when you move. And they do have a long list of catalog of videos. You get it if you watch them again. It's the same thing with Corey. I would do want Corey Kenshin to post, of course. That's the GOAT right there. But like, they're not supposed to move around and they'll talk about it. Yeah, I understand y'all turning on me. No, you shouldn't. Like, it's understanding your life doesn't live on YouTube or on social media. That's not your life, bro. It's yes, granted, you did grow from social media, but it's not supposed to dictate your life, man. That's also the downside of this right here. You always have the downside, but everyone's always going to talk. But the real ones know that you're human. You'll come back when you come back. And when you want to post, it's like you're not obligated to really owe nobody nothing. Like, no one even forced you to pick up the camera and record. You just did that on your own. So that's how it should always be to even people that want to do this content creation. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. You're going to have to be working for the free. But it does take that one video. And then from a one video to more videos. But this is not for the weak, for sure, at all. And I just don't like comments like that, always saying fell off. And I know people say, when have you ever been on, to the people that say that. And yeah, when have you've never been on to even know what it is falling off. And Loaf didn't fall off because if he clearly posts, you're going to watch. That's how people just be saying anything.
Give any explanation. I feel like it's now or never where I have to be honest. I can't come back and pretend that everything is normal back to, regular scheduled programming. So we had wrapped up this big road trip, Minnesota to Miami, Miami to LA back to Minnesota, and I was kind of in this lost space. It was the first time in my career where I was confused about, what's the next step. It felt like I always just had a plan. So I got back to Minnesota and was just confused about what I was gonna do. Where do I live? I didn't even have a home at that point. I'd spent the past 4 months sleeping on couches in hotel rooms and guest rooms. And I think at this time everything kind of just hit me. Did I do all this for nothing? I looked at my achievements and stuff on paper and then looked at how I felt, and I was just miserable. And I was pissed off at myself because I was like, why am I miserable? And I think that's a question I've always tried to answer, and it bugs me because I don't want to be a burden to people. I don't want to the younger me would probably say the same thing, why are you upset still? And I don't know, I don't have the answers, which sucks because I wish I did. I think it's definitely something internal that has a hold on me. I've kind of spent my life trying to figure out what that thing is. So ultimately I decided to buy a house here in Minnesota, just to kind of set up a home base so I could figure out what the next move was. I remember the day I closed on it, I came to the house and it was completely empty, and I was kind of just walking around. For some reason, I kept thinking of this certain individual that I had lost that was really special to me, and I don't know why I kept thinking of this person, but I remember I sat down on the stairs and I just started crying. I lost it. I think it was because the past 3 years I spent running from whatever it is and just trying to achieve the next thing after the next thing. And I bought the house and it finally forced me to stop for a second and think and take it in. And I remember just sitting in here and I was just looking at it. I was like, why do I still feel so empty? And I couldn't answer it, and it was such a shitty feeling because it sounds so ungrateful. This is supposed to be one of the most proud moments, and I just couldn't figure out why I still felt so empty. And you don't want to tell people these things because you don't want people to think that you're being ungrateful, because I'm extremely grateful. I just felt horrible about myself, and I feel like it was really years and years and years of that all kind of bubbling up and kind of reaching a boiling point at that moment. I drove to the parking lot of this gas station and I was gonna film one last video, and it was kind of gonna be an apology.
I've always kind of hated myself, really, and that's not the easiest thing to admit, especially because a lot of people kind of preach like how ridiculous that is and just to like snap out of it, but I've tried everything. It does weigh very heavy on me when I'm just like in my room in bed and all these thoughts are just like ringing in my head and I'm just like, it feels like my head's spinning. Yeah, it's been from before I can even remember. Since I was a kid, I always remember just feeling super insecure and never feeling like I had anything really to offer to people, to the world. And yeah, just I'm sorry.
I was gonna upload that video and then I was going to take my life. I finished filming the video and I was gonna go in real quick to use the bathroom, and inside the gas station I got stopped by this person, and he was a fan. We had a conversation, and to him it was probably like just a normal conversation. You know, I've had
Shucks. Shucks, so. You can't tell me it's no coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. I only believe in the Heavenly Father, God. That fan or that person was there in that gas station to have that conversation with him. Because, yeah, him ending his life and uploading that video, and first of all, and then ending his life after would have been the most tragic thing to do. And like I said, if it ever gets to this point, yo, I'm not even saying no therapist. Like, you know the people that make you smile without a doubt, whether it's not your mom, whether it's your big brother, whatever, whoever it is in your family, in your life, go to them. Talk to them, be with them, be present with the people that he's gave you. And also have prayer. Like real prayer, real root of problem. I just think with Loaf, he never got, like he said, that human and then mental, spiritual growth, because he never really felt accepted. And then when he felt validated, actually, he started posting more videos because, you know, validation's great. We all been there. Everyone acts like, oh, no, that's never you. There's some form of validation. It's not always have to be social media, because real life people do be trying to be validated. There's women you know, there's men you know, that every time they're in front of somebody or that you work with, they're in front of the manager, they're always like, yeah, look what I'm doing. This is this. They want some type of validation to know they're doing right. And it's no one's right or wrong in this game. I mean, it's not right to try to get validation from people. And then people's like he said, it's easy to say, oh, snap out of it. You shouldn't do that. But yeah, I think his root of his problem is really his spirit, his soul. Like his soul never got the right, proper growth and prayer and nurture that it needed to, because that's what we have all inside of us. This is the outer, but it's something internal. That's why it never really got fixed with him, because he always fixed it on material, worldly things. And you know, instead of people that are really one of a kind. Everyone thinks, oh no, you're replaceable. Nobody's really replaceable. Everyone really is one of one. You can tell. There's some people that will try to copy and paste personalities, but that's besides the point. But you go to your one-on-one people, the people that really care for you, do real life things where it's real life growth, and they can pray for you. You need a friend to pray for you, be there for you in that sense, and just always walk with you one step of the way. That's why it's a shout out to that fan that was there to let him know, like, bro, like, I promise you. But he's not alone in this. And that's why I'm glad he left the hotline and all that. But I'm so glad he didn't do that. That just made my heart, everything just, that shook me the wrong way. I'm so glad he didn't. But just imagine if that fan wasn't there. But that's why I said I don't believe in coincidences. But Loaf, you are here for a reason, my brother, and just keep going. You just got to get your spiritual growth right. To be honest, that's the only thing that's missing. Because your physical growth, bro, you're making money beyond your own beliefs. You bought your own house. You have people that care about you. You do meet and greets anywhere. People want to see you. But it's you got to want to see you, bro. So you just got to know who, like he said, Ben is. Him, himself, before Loaf. So glad you're still here, man. That was, wow. That almost made me cry, though.
lot of like those types of conversations throughout my life. To him, it was probably just like he met like this guy that he watches on the internet that he liked. But to me, like he's the reason that that last video never got uploaded. You know, the impact that people say that I have had. They tell me that I changed their life, I saved their life. I have a hard time feeling that because you guys saved my life. You know, all the people that tuned in gave like this super lost 21-year-old a reason to like keep going and to really go for something. I don't ever think I could like explain how grateful I am for that. I have these conversations with people from all over the world. You know, they tell me kind of about their struggles and things like that, and I just want you guys to know like I'm right there with you. It may not seem like it sometimes, but I know exactly what a lot of you guys are feeling. Like I hope like maybe there's some comfort in knowing that like you're not the only one, and I think we're all just kind of figuring it out.
Mr. Blue, I told you that I love you, please believe me. Mr. Blue, I have to go now, darling, don't be angry.
Where's the fucking shuttle?
I know that you're tired, know that you're sore and sick and sad for some reason.
Again, I hope I don't get copyrighted for this beautiful, beautiful outro. You know, if so be it, whatever, man. Life's not always about money.
So I'll leave you with a smile, kiss you on the cheek, and you.
Another, like I said, prime example. Money does not buy happiness, because this man has well enough money. I know he does. And a lot of people say, you don't have enough money. That's why I think it's the most cornball thing. Like, I don't care about none of this. I get to the money. People like Robin Williams, all these celebrities and certain people that proved it. And a lot of people, there's so many people disagree. Like, no, money really does. No, it doesn't. Because when your soul is rotting, your spirit, man, is dying. Money cannot fix that, gang. And it's a prime example. He was going to end his life after a gas station video, bro. Bro was like, I'm going to record this. End it all. Did he have money? Yes, he did. Don't say he didn't have enough, because what's enough, gang? $1 million is enough for you to just be so happy in life that nothing's content, bro. Y'all are so lost in this world if you still think money can buy you happiness, because these are still prime examples to day one. Corey Kensha has well enough money. He still has to take a break from YouTube. It's not because of the money. Obviously, with y'all blessing him, and, you know, I'm one of the samurai too, watching bro, and you watch him support his videos, he's well off. He can feed his family, but if he gets down in them dark moments, throwing $100, oh wait, I have $1 million. Life is just good now. Y'all are lost. But Loaf, appreciate this transparency, my brother.
We'll call it treason. Mr. Blue, don't hold your head so low that you can't see the sky. Mr. Blue, it ain't so long since you were flying high. Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue, I told you that I love you, please believe me.
W video. Calm yourself down. Didn't tell you to jump into other videos.
Let's get into it, man. This Duke video.
Shout out Loaf. Like I said, your testimony to the world. I'm gonna obviously go back and like that video. Appreciate your transparency and your testimony to the world. I just pray that this does get to the right. It will get to the right people, your supporters, and everybody will see it. But it's just like, even just know, bro. Like you said, everyone's not alone in this thing. Yeah, we're all trying to figure it out. And I didn't know Loaf is 21. I think he's probably saying in the past. Because if Loaf is 21, there's no way I'm a year older than bro. I think he's probably 22, 23 now. But still, that's still inspiring how young you are and you that much blessed. It's okay, gang. You don't have to have everything figured out, even just because you have the money and the financial opportunities. Nah, you don't have, nah. We're not supposed to have life just super figured out. You're good, bro. You're good. But this was a great video. But like I said, don't be afraid. You're not alone. You're really not alone. You're not meant to be alone. And just love on your loved ones. Call them right now. If you're seeing this video, or if you already watched Lowe's video, but you're seeing my video, call your loved ones. Talk to them. Talk to someone you haven't talked to in a while. Just check up on them. Let them know, hey, bro, I'm proud of you. I know you feel like you're not doing nothing in life, but doesn't mean that's just your life, you know? So this should just be used as inspiration just to love on love and keep spreading love. That's just all I'm really getting from this, and that all everyone should be doing. But if y'all enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, stay positive and inspired. Be great and blessed and never stress. Peace.